So your first steps are to take a whole bunch of these quarters and make it into a bunch of Mokomagane blanks. Now there's a lot of videos online already about how you can do this, so I'm not going to go into much detail about that, but if you want to know more, then I can do that later in a different video. Now we're in my little forging area. Sorry it's a little windy out today. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but hey. And we're going to take that little copper piece and put it onto my planishing stake. Now there is a video by David Guyton. He does a lot of armoring videos and such like that, and I'll put a link down below to his YouTube channel. But I'm going to use a planishing stake that he showed how to make to flatten out this piece of copper and nickel Mokomagane. Wow, it's pouring rain out here. I don't know how well you can see this, but I have the piece of copper and nickel sitting right on top of the coals. That way it does not melt the Mokomagane, but I can still warm it up enough to I can forge it. Alright, so now that I got it to the thickness and the size that I wanted, I'm going to heat it up to a red glow, and then I'm going to dunk it into a bucket of water. And what this will do is anneal or soften the metal so that I can cut and shape it later. Alright, now from about a 1-inch billet, I have it down to about a 2.5-inch billet of Mokomagane. Now some of the pieces delaminated a little bit, so I'm going to take it to the grinder and shape it up a little bit. Be back in a minute. Now sand until you forget your name and your parents' name. Now the reason why that you even sand it is just to see how the pattern comes, because with mine I have it as nickel and copper, and as you can kinda see, the copper shows up a little bit in the nickel, which is good, but I'm going to take a file and go across it just a little bit and then reflatten it so it gives it a more interesting pattern once I'm done. So after you're done making the billet how you want, you need to make a wiener dog of a cat, a wiener cat, and place it onto the billet and then trace it out. Alright, so after you're done tracing it out, make sure that it fits onto the billet how you want. Nothing that will become a problem later. And then cut it out. Now I'm going to use some movie magic and I'll be right back. For the back where the tail curves, I think I'm just going to drill a hole and put a jewelry saw through it. Sorry, enunciation. And work on the legs a little bit as well. And then take a file to it and then sand the entire thing so it's nice and pretty. Now that you have the shape cut out how you want and filed, I'm going to hit it with some brown compound, buffing compound, and then shape it around a ring mandrel. So after you buff it to where you want it, I'm going to use a ring mandrel, this thing, to shape this into a circle. Now the person who commissioned this is a 7 negative, which on the millimeters on this is a 18. So right about here. Alright, I'll be back. So after you have it rounded to the mandrel, you are done. Here it is. Now a 7 negative, whatever that is with rings, is way too small for me. So I can't show it off to you by having it on my pinky or something like that. Sorry. But if you like this, please like, follow, subscribe, and please tell me what you think of my videos. This is my first, and I'm going to make more and hopefully do them better. I also have a Patreon, link in the description below. if you find this extremely helpful, and once there are enough people supporting me on Patreon, I will do auctions and such with the jewelry. Alright, thanks. Bye.